Jay, this is Alan. We're with Central Biologics. And we are here to talk about the Autologous program for storage. And so when it comes to autologous tissue, it's pretty straightforward with the process. We have the transport cooler, which is this yellow cooler. It's got the autologous label on the front, and then it's got the clear envelope on the back. And so this is what you're going to use when you put the bone flap with the wet ice in the cooler. And so every single kit, every sterile kit is going to include two sterile wraps, and 2 bags. Okay, and the non-sterile items of the kit include 2 zip ties and then the bag for wet ice. With the bag of wet ice, we mark the line that indicates how much wet ice you need to put in there so we can keep the bone flap cool in transporting. When it comes to the bone flap, it's very simple. All you do with the bone flap is just remember the protocol: bag, wrap, wrap, bag. And so this is going to be done using sterile technique. You'll pass this off on the back table. So as we discussed, this is the sterile kit right here. These are the non-sterile items I've shown over there. And so to complete a bone flap storage process, you're going to have these 3 things. Okay? So as indicated in PowerPoint, you're going to want to open the sterile kit using sterile technique. Okay, let's imagine the Newport Beach cup coaster is a bone flap. You're going to want to wrap that in one of the sterile bags. And then after it's in the bag, you wrap it with 1 sterile wrap. And then you're going to wrap it again with another sterile wrap. So bag, wrap, wrap, and then the final process of this on the sterile field is going to be bag. So it's bag, wrap, wrap, bag. A lot of people ask if you can just wrap the bone flap directly with the blue wrap. We prefer not to, because what happens is the bone flap will get stuck, and having it in the bag will still preserve the sterility of the bone flap as well, just in case you open it. And by doing it this way too, when you wrap the bags, just inform the scrub nurses just to wrap it like they do in sterile processing. Just in case if anything happens, you can still preserve the sterility by opening that on the back onto the mayo stand without the bag. So after the bone flap's wrapped, this is when you'll pass it off to the circulator, and the circulator will affix a patient sticker. You can put multiple stickers on there just in case one does come off. And then the final disposition is going to be you're going to fix it with the red zip tie, or you can tie it off. So to summarize, it's going to be bag, wrap, wrap, bag. And so that concludes the clinical process of the bone flap. When it comes to the paperwork, this is the required paperwork that's necessary for Central Biologics to pick up. Everything we've indicated in yellow and highlighted in yellow are the fields that need to be completed. The most critical thing is the consent for storage, which is completed by the surgeon at the very bottom. That has to be done. We cannot take the bone flap up unless the surgeon signs the consent. So once the form's completed, and once the bone flap's ready, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to insert the paperwork on the back side of the cooler, and then you're going to want to add 5 pounds of wet ice into the bag. We've indicated the line on every single bag. And then you're going to put the wet ice bag, the bone flap in the cooler, seal it up, and then give us a call. So when it comes to arranging the autologous, the bone flap pickup, this is our telephone number. You're going to get a live person. It's not an automated number. It'll go to a Central Biologics staff member. And when you're ready to make that call, the critical information is just y'all's information, the DOB, the MRN, the physician requesting storage. That way we can notify his or her MA, and then the location of the bone flap. Sarah, are we going to,
Yeah.
Carolyn, are we going to be, the pickup method is going to be OR control desk every time?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's going to live in the track core, so make sure you have your track core badge. You're going to do like an emergency training or something like that, or just know where it is. And then when he takes that one, he brings another one.
Yes. And when I bring another one to replenish this, it's going to have a tag, an inspection tag, indicating the staff that it's being cleaned. We use Cabicide, and then we follow it up with a household cleaner called Thieves. In the event that you guys open up a bone flap kit and you end up not needing it for whatever reason, we'll have extra kits on hand, and these will be kept in track core as well, correct? So, okay, I mean, it's
We have a bin, we can put them in on the
Perfect.
rolling rack outside here.
okay. So after that, we pick up the graft, we store it at our tissue bank. When it comes to the return request, this is what the bone flap will look like when it's ready to be reimplanted. We have two coolers. We have a 63-hour cooler and then a 96-hour cooler, just in case you'll have cranies on Monday and we have to drop off on Friday. So it's validated for 63 hours with the smaller cooler and then 96 hours for the larger cooler. Every return cooler is going to have this label which indicates the date and the time and how long this cooler is valid for. And it is estimated, so the rule of thumb is if it gets close, just ensure there's dry ice in the cooler, and if not, we're down the street, we're literally a mile away, and we can come by and replenish it or revalidate it for y'all. So when it comes to the Central Biologics staff, this is the three of us. This is me, Alan, and Sean. You may recognize Sean. He's with LifeGift. He's one of the coordinators at LifeGift, and they'll be assisting us as well. So we are going to be the face of Central Biologics. So when it comes to transporting, when it comes to delivery, when it comes to pickup, it'll be one of us three. We don't outsource couriers. When it comes to bone flaps, you want to minimize the amount of hands that the bone flap touches, and so that's why we take great pride in making sure that the graft is safe.